You know that saying, you're glad that it's over, but then it was just gone too fast? That's sort of how this is going. It's my last field of the year, and we're going to park it. I got my luggage of being a YouTuber / lunch in here. It's just so sad. We just need to farm more land. That's all it is. We need more land so I can enjoy this longer. One last time, girl. Are you ready to go? See this field right here? It's the last one of the year. And I think I should clarify again that this is not our land. All we are doing here is helping out a neighbor. He's a little behind, so he is planting and we are doing his tillage for him. And plus we wanted to try out our new tractor. So it's a win-win situation. So the reason why we bought this tractor was we really needed a second tractor. No matter what tractor it is, we just needed a second one. But we really we needed a bigger tractor too, rather than the 86 series tractor. So we were looking around, and we'd watched these tractors for years, like 7140s or all these tractors, and we saw like something like a 7140 that would fit our operation perfect was bringing the same money as what this tractor was. Now I can tell you why it's doing that, and that's just because the 7140 is one of the best tractors that International / Case ever built. And that's sort of why, in my opinion, they bring so much money and they're still in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. Is because they are a really good tractor. So then we see these tractors sitting on the lot, and what this tractor brought was only about 10 grand more than what a 7140 would buy. And with this tractor, we're able to grow with it. If we get more acres, we can grow into it, and we have a lot more potential with this tractor than what we would with the 7140, for example. The problem with that is it's our plan to grow. Now we haven't really grown that much yet, and we have had people that come to us and give us their ground, and we're very blessed to have that ground, but we'd still like to grow bigger than what we are now. Now with that being said, growing in acres can be difficult. We have really been focused on our chicken house production line, as in building more barns and getting bigger in that area for the last 10 years or so. And we've sort of grown to what we want and what we can handle in that area, and we're sort of stabilized in it right now. I don't foresee us growing in that area anymore for a while now. It's land that we just bush hogged, so we decided, hey, we're gonna grow corn and get what we can. You'd have to ask him, but I think the first year he did it, he averaged about 7 bushels an acre. That's terrible. That's like that doesn't even cover your expense. But anyways, long story short is over the past 10 or 12 years, I think, we have learned to grow, and really we've learned a lot over those years, especially me, as in I'm coming in and getting older and coming into the farm to sort of help and hopefully one day take it over. So as I get older, I'm looking and say, okay, I'm going to need a job in life that I can make money at and be successful and be able to support a family. And we are located in Muhlenberg County, Kentucky, and there's not a lot of great jobs around here that are great paying anymore. There's been a lot of businesses move out, and if any of you have heard about Paradise and TVA, that has a lot to do with it. I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole different story for another time. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, what do I love doing? Farming, and I love doing YouTube. and some just extracurricular activities. So I think, okay, I can make money at farming and the chicken houses. When it comes to the farming part of it, I think, okay, in order to make money, I need a good amount of acreage so that way I can live off of it and, you know, not be broke. So we've tried over the years getting more land, and we're still considered the small guys in our areas, and it's, you got to know people that know people that know people, and maybe then you'll get a shot of having 30 acres. Right now on this land I'm on, it's called what they call the bottoms in our area, and it's thousands of acres, and you have all these big time farmers that farm thousands of acres down here. Anytime land comes up for rent or sale, they're on it like that, and it's not even, usually you never know about it. You don't know about it until they're in the field planting it that next year. And the point I'm getting to is it's super hard to grow and land when you're the small guy. And even though we've been doing this for 10 years now, you look at other farmers and they've been doing it the last century, and they have thousands and thousands of acres, and they're still right on top of it. They'll knock you right off the table when it comes to land. And that's not a bad thing. To everybody each their own. But when you're trying to grow and just get to a point where you can make a living off farming, it's sort of like, come on, man, can you not help me out here? You could have thousands of acres, and I just want a few hundred acres. That's all I want. And I'm not even taking your land. I'm just after the same land that you want to have too. So it's not really a bad thing on the farmer that has thousands of acres. It's just sort of like, in my view of it, it's like, can you not help me out? I mean, you're not losing anything by not getting this land, but you're not gaining anything either, where I'm still trying to make a living off farming. And we have talked to farmers about buying their land. There's one guy out here in the neighborhood that has thousands and thousands of acres, and he farms all over Western Kentucky, and he's looking to retire, and he's selling off some of his land. He's not fully retired, but he's going down, and we've talked to him about buying some of his land, and he pretty much just said, yeah, I'd be interested in you guys buying it or renting it, but I got commitments to other farmers who already have thousands of acres to farm. And you're just sort of like, what do? You can't go fight the guy for the land, but you're just like, well, that sucks, you know. And that's another thing with buying this tractor. Obviously, everybody likes to farm around their home place, but if you want to grow and expand, you have to move out, which means road travel. So this tractor can travel a lot better on the road than what our 1486 can. We can do everything that we need to do with the equipment we have now, besides dry fertilizer. We don't have a fertilizer spreader. It's hard to grow and land when you're the small guy. And with that being said, if you know of anybody that's renting land or wants to buy any land in the Milner County area or even neighboring counties, and you know our family personally, we would be very interested in looking at it and seeing if we'd be able to farm it for the family or whoever owns the land. At the end of the day, it's just one of those things. You have to pray about it and have faith in God that if He wants you to be a big time farmer, then He'll let you be one. If not, then I guess you just have to accept it as it is and follow His plan for your life. That's all you can do, right? For me, as I'm young still, and as I'm getting older, and soon I will need a job that pays well in order to support a family or whatever God's plan for life is. And I start looking at options. I can be a welder or a mechanic or a machinist. You have all these options, but at the end of the day, this is what I love doing. I'd rather do this 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, than go and be a welder for 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. Be able to support yourself on farming before you quit your day job, because that's just how life works. Maybe one day we can grow in acres and be able to make a full-time living off row crop farming, but that day has not come yet. We'll just have to see what's in God's plan for me as I get older, and we'll just have to see. The bottom line, it's all in God's plan, and He's blessed us way too much, so we'll just see. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. We got the neighbor all of his ground tilled up and done, so he can come plant it when he gets to it. So we're done. We're gonna go unhook this disc at his house, and then we're headed home. Our deer antler made it the whole time too. It's still in the tire. It's wash day. Lots of equipment we own needs a bath in a very bad way. So that just means we have so many choices. We can start out with the Magnum, or we can go over to that side of the shop and we have the 1486 and the sprayer that need to be washed. But I just want you guys to admire. Our deer antler right here is still in the tire. It rolled the whole time. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope they enjoy it. Remember, faith, family, farm. See you in the next one.